It's your boy Mike, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. So we have the Gekishin Squadra Blast survey that they have given us, and if we go ahead and complete it, we'll get some rewards from it. But I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts and opinions on these questions and, just do a general discussion video. But let's go ahead and start answering some of these. So, did you enter the Squadra Blast? Oh yeah, also, just as like a heads up for anyone else who plans on doing a video on this, your URL at the top, I'm kind of blanking it out, but it has your ID in it, so if you do plan on making a video, don't show that. But yeah, I entered Squadra Blast. It was very fun and very, very cool. For players who entered, did you play in Squadra Blast as a player? Yes, I did. For those who were participated as players, please tell us how satisfied you were with Squadra Blast. The thing is that there was some stuff that, like, there was like a controversy that happened inside the server because from what I saw, there was like a disqualification because people didn't like enter in some of the stuff, and there was also just very, very weird things that happened that I think need to be adjusted in the future. Like, okay, for example, right? So in the not the main stage, but like the previous thing, like where it was like you having to become one of the top 16 teams, there is like a very small amount of moderation versus how many players are playing all at the same time. And I think what needed to be happening was one moderator for every like 2 or 3 different matches that are going on for the same time, because again, not only did disqualifications happen, but there was people who were trying to cheat the system and were trying to have it where because people weren't checking in before they started the match, they got disqualified, and it wasn't like a very like apparent, it wasn't a very like obvious thing for everyone that like you needed to do something like that. And there was even some people who, the second that the match was starting, they submitted that they were the winner, and you only have like a 10 or a 15-minute timer before you can't dispute that anymore. So there was people who were trying to like fake that they won and all that. So I think overall it needs to just have a little bit more moderators and not just have it where it was like something that could be exploited in a sense, right? And they have like yeah, here, let me just type that. I feel like there should be more moderators. Actually, let me mute real quick, and then we'll just come back when this is done. All right, here we go. I feel like there should have been more moderators inside of the server, as it got very chaotic due to there not being enough. On top of that, there were teams that were trying to exploit by saying that they won the match before it even had started. Having it where a moderator gets the final say rather than a timer for 10 to 15 minutes would be better. Overall, though, it was very, very good. Please tell us what you would like. Wait, what did I put it here? Previous insert as you. Please note that your details on any points you found good or bad, no matter how minor they may seem. Please tell us what you would like to see improved in Squadra Blast. Or operational aspects, communication and support from organizers. Well, I don't know if I would necessarily. I don't like the fact that it was a Swiss style or whatever. One, I would have liked to see it where it was like a loser's bracket as well. But that's just me. I kind of like it when there's a loser's bracket, because it doesn't, like, what second you lose, you're like, fuck. Like, yeah, that's it. It's over. There is no comeback chance. You just lose, By that, I guess I should put that and the other thing too, this is or operational aspects. The thing is that, like, it's not really the communication and the support from the organizers and all that. The other thing I would just say is just the fact that I'll put that in the survey. Just 1 second. All right, here we go. I would like a loser's bracket in the future, if possible, to give the opportunity for a comeback team and to not have it where one loss could eliminate you entirely from the tournament. Another thing I would like is that leading. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to put it, because it's not technically a tournament outline or operational I guess it would kind of classify as an operational aspect, but I don't know. But I just put another thing I would like to add is that leading up to the tournament, there should be one final balance patch beforehand so that the meta is able to adjust and it doesn't feel like it's the same thing over and over and over again for an entire month. I understand why there was no balance patch at the start of December, but to have at least dropped one in the last week of November would have been appreciated. So in the future, please have it where a final balance change is made 2 weeks before the tournament and not an entire month before. Thank you. How likely are you to participate in Squadra Blast again? Very likely. As long as I'm picked for the Squadra Blast tournament, you guys can guarantee that I'm going to be there. Like, I promise you. Please tell us whether you watched the live stream for Squadra Blast. I did watch the archived stream. I didn't watch like the actual one. I was there for the actual thing, so I would just say that I watched it in real time. I did watch like a decent amount of it too. And this one was also just another one I watched the archived for. I didn't necessarily watch the actual live stream. And I watched an unofficial mirror live stream. That's interesting. They should have, I feel like they should have put that in 2 different categories. I'm gonna pause. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Yeah, because we're getting towards the end, and usually they have it where it shows all your answers, and if it shows my ID, I'll have to cut that out. So I'll just, like, once we get towards the end, I'll probably just pause after each question. For those who watched the live stream, please tell us about the live stream. I would say I was satisfied. It was pretty good. Based on the watching the live stream, please choose from the options below that you think need to be improved. The waiting times between matches were too long. The live stream overall was too long. Too many inappropriate comments in the chat section. Insufficient commentary and or explanations. Gameplay and scores were too difficult to understand. The camera work was poor, making it difficult to understand important points of the match. I'm gonna put this. The waiting times between matches were too long because at least in the I can't really comment on, excuse me. Oh, I can't really comment on the actual main stage match because you guys know I was eliminated in the first round. But in terms of like the before that, the like leading up to those main stage matches, the ones that weren't live streamed that you had to like again do the Swiss style tournament stuff, the waiting between the matches was way too long. There was like, we had a designated tournament friend that J-Shock, another like prominent person in the Discord community, that we literally just recorded that video with, that went up today, the feedback Monday video, right? We had their team as our designated like tournament buddy, so every single time both of our matches were done, we immediately hopped into another match with them and were able to complete that entire match while waiting for the next match to start. And I get it, there are going to be long matches, of course, but the wait time just kind of seems too long to be able to complete 2 entire matches before that match is even done. Like, it's, to me, it was just a little bit too long. But again, it says based on watching the live stream. I guess I'm not gonna watch, like, the before the main stage matches, the waiting time was too long. Again, I can't really comment on how it was on the actual main stage. Too many inappropriates in the comment section, insufficient commentary and or explanations. Gameplay and scores were difficult to understand. The camera, I mean, like, nothing was really necessarily bad about everything else. I would say I like it when the tournaments go on for a longer time, but that's just me. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just say nothing in particular. In the future, if we held this type of tournament in the country's areas below, would you attend in person? Yeah, I would not be able to attend in Japan. Yeah, attending in is a little difficult unless Squadra Blast is flying me out. I cannot be going to Japan, dude. Like New York is the same thing. Yeah, if I could find the time and means of getting there, I could do the western side. Europe again, no, I'd rather just attend online to finish the survey. All right, let me pause real quick to make sure that it doesn't go over our answers. Nope, that is everything for the survey. Let me know what you guys think of the actual Squadra Blast down in the comments below. What are the things that you guys would change and everything like that. I like the rewards and all that, and I think it was a very fun time to just be able to participate on a stage like that. But yeah, I think overall the tournament was very fun, and there was some stuff that I would prefer is changed in the future, but that is something that they will have to see how they handle this going forward. You know, like, again, this is their first tournament and all of that. But thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.